Like Harvey Korman and Tim Conway.
3, 2, 1.
Perlow, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna show you how to make a traditional minorcan perlow a la Mima. Perlow is one of those regional dishes that pretty much every Minorcan family has, and as many Minorcan families as there are, there's probably a different variety of perlow. Everybody makes it a different way, but one thing they have in common is vegetables, rice, and some kind of meat, usually chicken, shrimp, sausage. And we're gonna do a double. We're gonna do some nice smoked sausage and shrimp, but not soy sauce. Where's the shrimp?
It's right in front of you.
Where?
That's the garlic. It's in the fridge.
Okay, shrimp. And we're gonna use some fresh St. John's River shrimp. All right, so the first thing, we've got some hot oil going over here after a couple of trial runs. So we're gonna dump in some onions and some bell pepper, and then some celery. You've probably never seen that combination before. Just kidding. That's pretty common in any kind of cooking. This perlow, a lot of people, it's kind of like the Northeast Florida version of jambalaya. When you say it's a Minorcan dish, it's called perlow, pronounced P-E-R-L-O-W, but it's actually spelled P-I-L-A-U. So it's that kind of thing. And this is what it looks like. Look how pretty that is with all the colors. Yummy. So we'll cook that down to those onions get just about translucent, and then we'll add in the rest of our ingredients. All right, so if you look down in there, you can see that the onions are just about translucent, and everything's looking good. So we'll go ahead and add in some sausage, and then we'll add in some rice, and we'll show you the secret of a good Minorcan perlow. Sausage. You can pick any kind of sausage you want. I like a good sausage with a bite. I don't even know if this is Conapa or something. I've had it before, it's tasty. So we're gonna cook that in there, toss it around, and that's gonna start to brown up, and that's gonna start to give off some of its good juices into that nice melange at the bottom, and that's when the good magic starts to happen.
That's all she wrote.
It smells delicious in here.
Now I'm gonna add in a little bit of this delicious roasted garlic. My fingers are clean.
They're not. I saw them.
I was just
I agree with that.
There we go. Here, I'm gonna give that one back to Hampton.
Is that the one with
The booger on the end of it.
Oh yeah.
All right, now, here's the secret nobody's grandma wants to tell you. Take a look at that deliciousness right there. That's that roasted garlic, that's the onion, that's the celery, the bell pepper, that delicious sausage. Now, for what really makes up the bulk of a good perlow, long grain rice. You can pick any kind of rice you want, but this is what we use. And now, normally you bring a pot of water to a boil and then you dump this stuff in. We're not going to do that today. See that goodness down in there? We're going to dump this rice in, and we're going to allow that to toast. And all of that delicious flavor completely change the complexion of this flavor. It makes a world of difference, and if you're skipping this step and you try it one time, you're going to be kicking yourself for how many times you didn't do this. So take a look at what we got here, and I got to keep moving this around because we don't want it to burn. We just want it to get a little bit of a toast on it, and then we'll add our water and our tomatoes in. And then our tomatoes, that's a tomato sauce right there, and that's going to help also pull off some of that good tastiness off the bottom of that pot as well. And then, next step, I'm going to go ahead and add in my stew tomatoes right behind me, a la Publix. Thank you, Publix. Look at that. Now we're bringing that temperature down. So now this is, by that room temperature tomatoes, we've brought that temperature down. Now we stop that roast, that toasting thing, and now we can add in our water and our other spices as we would normally. But I want you to take a look at what you've got in that pot right there And that is nothing but concentrated delicious. We're gonna get some water in that now. All right, so we're gonna add our water to our rice. Now, normally you cook rice, it's 2 to 1. We got a cup and a half of dry rice. We'd put 3 cups of water in with that. But since we've already added in some tomato sauce and some stewed tomatoes, and both of those have a moisture count with them, we're gonna cut that back just a little bit. We might end up with only 2.5 cups worth of water. If we need some, we can always add it, and it's not gonna be the end of the world, but we're probably not gonna need that much water. So this is 3 cups here. And that's about a half a cup left, so we'll put 2.5 cups in there. Look at how pretty that is, though. With that, I mean, that is just something that is going to be so delicious. You're just not even going to be able to stand it. I wish folks were here to try it with us. But we'll tell you, it's good. It's real good.
Go.
All right, so the perlow is percolating away. It's simmering nicely. This rice is cooking up the way we want it. That's got to go for probably another 10-15 minutes. And while we do that, Hampton is going to finish up with the shrimp and grits and gravy. And so there you go.
Grits are ready to roll. You need to.
We probably want to go ahead and add the shrimp to this.
Okay. Here, I'll pull this off because we want to record that. Oh, that's got the goodness going on too. And that rice is almost completely cooked.
Yep, it's perfect. Right now
It's
for the
about.
shrimp.
Hello, everybody!
So, one thing that can never be said is that with a minorcan, you can never have too much shrimp. Especially when your brother dumps all the shrimp into the perlow that was supposed to go
Snap pan to Troy,
into
Maine.
the shrimp and grits. Now we have grits with no shrimp.
I'm working on it.
So now Troy Maine is going to show you how to
Defrost
how to thaw out shrimp and how to peel shrimp.
quickly.
First thing you do is you make it nice and salty.
You want it to taste like the ocean.
You want those shrimp to thaw as fast as they can. Woo!
And actually, in reality,
Still the way around.
Uncle John will be pissed. Yeah, you're gonna make the water colder.
Where's the opposite way? I'm sorry.
Making shrimp ice cream.
And it's a beautiful thing.
Actually, the first thing you do is you grab your margarita.
Damn good margarita too.
It's frozen.
That's good. Like Bailey's, white and creamy.
All right, it's 11 o'clock at night.
So there's,
11:30.
you know, there's,
It's
you know,
dark.
they call us the Mayhem Brothers, and they haven't quite figured out why. It's because they gave me the video camera.
Yeah, we can't get away from him now, so we're like
Y'all are,
we're in power runs out quickly.
but we're good at it.
All right.
All right.
I'm sorry.
Well, but you,
My fault.
don't know. You keep. What are you gonna do? Keep cooking sausage? Sausage.
Pre-sausage.
Emerald, show us how you toss sausage. There's Chef Emerald tossing sausage.
Hey, OG, come on, clean up on aisle 3.
It's a good dog.
That's why I have a wonderful Australian Shepherd. That was good, Og. Thank you.
I'm not ready to try some of
Residual
that.
right there.
That perlow over there is smelling mighty righteous, and I'm hungry. So maybe we ought to give the people a sample of what it looks like in the
Maybe.
bowl with some Minorcan Mayhem.
One.
Our perlow is almost perfect. We are almost done. We've got 2 things to do right now. Our rice is cooked. Our sausage is ready to go. So we're going to add 2 things to this perlow right now that are going to make it unbelievable. The first is some good St. John's River shrimp. We're going to dump those in.
Peeled, of course.
Peeled and deveined. And then just a smidge of rosemary. Secret ingredient from my grandmother. Now we're going to stir that in. Make sure that gets all mixed in good. And if you can see, there is some goodness at the bottom of this table, or the bottom of this pot. And now, your good old-fashioned minorcans would take and throw a whole fresh datil pepper, but it's February right now. Not really, it's April. It's April, so we don't have any fresh datils, but Minorcan Mayhem is going to get the job done. I'm going to pour about that much in. We don't want to blow the flavor out, and that's the wonderful thing about Minorcan Mayhem. It gives you that good datil pepper flavor, and then it allows everything else to come on through as well. And now, we're going to take this off, put the lid on it, and that residual heat will finish cooking those shrimp for us.
That's a wrap.
And that's all she wrote.
Delicious.
So here's an update. As you can tell by the tears in my eyes, this is extremely hot.